Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Russell-Hobbs 23300 cordless iron. And what I want to do today, first of all show you around the iron, some of the features and benefits that it offers. But really the reason I wanted to test this iron is because a very close friend of mine has purchased this iron and I couldn't quite believe the price on it, so I just wanted to see how well it performs. I've seen you using it and in action it actually looks really good, but I wanted to see firsthand just how good it actually is. If you've seen some of my earlier videos, you know that I have talked about another cordless iron, and I must say it's something I'm using quite a lot, but I do have mixed opinions on it. I suppose the main advantage is you don't have the cord trailing behind the iron when it comes to doing the ironing itself, so that's always an advantage. But the main downside is if you have got a lot of ironing to do, then you do need to put the iron back on the base to recharge and to reheat. But as far as the iron itself, it's actually very lightweight. You will see in here, I have already put some water in here. There is a maximum line, so you can go up to there. And when it comes to filling the iron, couldn't be easier. Just open the lid there, fill it with normal tap water, then shut the lid. It has got a little rubber ring around the side there to stop it dripping, but nevertheless, you don't really want to be tipping it all over the place. But it does help that if you do happen to move it around, then it's not going to drip. It has got a ceramic non-stick sole plate, and that's something I always try and point out to people when we're talking about purchasing an iron. The main advantage of that is you've got an easy glide system when it comes to going over the clothes. Also, being non-stick, as it says on the tin, it's not going to stick, which is always a bonus. As far as the water tank, I know I just mentioned about how to fill it. I should have mentioned that it's a 300 milliliter tank. So if you are having a look at comparing different irons, then especially if you do a lot of ironing, which I know some people do, then having a larger water tank like this can be quite a little bonus. Just on the top here, you've got different buttons. First of all, you've got a continuous steam of up to 40 grams. You've also got on the left hand side, that's the extra spray of water. So if you have got a stubborn crease in a shirt, for example, which I know sometimes you do get in my work shirts, then something like that when you press it is always going to help. Also, you've got the extra burst of steam button on the right hand side here. That's 135 grams of boost. So again, if you have got a stubborn crease, you just want a bit of extra steam, that's the button to go for. As far as the temperature control, you just rotate it either way, and it's a nice feel actually. It's got like a rubber just around the edge of the dial, so nice and easy to see what the temperature is. Hopefully you can see that. You've got the maximum and the minimum just located around the side there. Because when Russell-Hobbs say it's cordless, it's not going to be cordless to the plug. You're still going to need to plug it in. And what they've done is they've actually wrapped it around the base here, which I think is actually a really good idea. So you've actually got 1.8 meters of cord. So there's plenty to go at. I've tested one before and the cord length was quite a bit shorter. And I must say it was quite frustrating. But I'm really glad that Russell-Hobbs have had this design. And I suppose the main advantage of having this kind of design is that what will happen is this will actually be sat on your ironing board, and what you don't want is you don't want the cord length to be too long. I know it can be too short, which can be a hindrance, but also if it's too long and if it starts dragging across the, let's say, the room you're ironing in, then that can be a disadvantage, especially if you've got young children around. So really safety is in mind here, that you can wrap it around underneath. And I suppose it's best to have it to the minimum length that you want, but also for storage purposes, you can just wrap it around underneath as well. But I think what I want to do is I'm just going to get it plugged in. So I just want to do a little test, and Russell-Hobbs claim that this will heat up within 30 seconds, which is actually really quick to heat an iron up. So I just want to test the 2400 watt iron, and what you can do, you can actually see, because I've plugged it in now, you can see it's red around here, and in theory, when it goes green, it's ready to start ironing. So I've got my phone. No, I've not, that's the iron. I've got my phone here, getting a bit mixed up. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the iron on here and then start the timer at the same time. So here we go. So you can see that the red light is a solid red light now. Clearly it was flashing before, and that just meant that there was nothing on there, but it's just heating up. So we're up to 13 seconds so far. Is it going to make it in 30 seconds? This will be really interesting actually. 23, 24, 25, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. It's not quite managed it. Oh, see, it went green, flashing green now. That's 33 seconds. So not quite 30 seconds, but nevertheless still really quick. And I'm not going to put my hand on it, but that feels really hot. Now, something that can get frustrating with cordless irons is that when you're constantly ironing, you need to put it back on the base to recharge. Now, what Russell-Hobbs claim is that this will recharge in 5 seconds. Now, again, like the initial heating of the iron, which I was really impressed with actually, even though it was slightly longer, to do it in 5 seconds, I'm not quite sure I believe that. So again, I've got my stopwatch ready on my phone. I'll get it right the way around this time. So I've got the iron and I've got my stopwatch. So I'm just going to put this on here, and that little beep just indicates that I need to put it back on here to recharge. So at the moment you can see it's red flashing. Just turn it around so you can see it's red flashing around here, and in theory it should flash green when it's ready to go. So just start that. Is it going to do it in 5 seconds? So it's not quite, it's gone over the 5 seconds. Still heating up. There we go, so that was 21 seconds. Now, it took a lot longer than I thought. What I am going to do is I'm just going to take it off. So if I take it off, and in theory, if you were to iron a little bit and then just to put it back on, so let's just wait for it to go red again, because in theory that's when it really needs to be recharged. So reset my stopwatch, there we go. So just start that again, and I assume this might be a little bit quicker because I've not left it off for as long. There we go, so that was 11 seconds. So it's not fully recharging in the 5 seconds as Russell-Hobbs claim, and that's what I like to do about my videos. I'm always going to try something, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. So I'm not quite sure where the 5 seconds came from Russell-Hobbs. If you're thinking of purchasing one of these irons, I've provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. And personally, I'd recommend having a look at the price on this, because I couldn't actually believe how cheap it was when I first saw it. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Russell-Hobbs 23300 cordless iron. Would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe, leave any comments below. I always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. I know I could have given you a couple of demonstrations as far as actually showing you the iron in action, but I really wanted to give you, I suppose, a quick overview of some of the features and benefits. But anyway, thanks for joining me today.